Namaste. Guru puts a mask to satisfy the disciples. When a mask is put, then misguidance starts. Just meditating on Swadhisthana Chakra, it gives a peculiar experience, no doubt in it. For that, you will have to cross the Mooladhara Chakra. Once this happens, you just scratch, just touch the Swadhisthana Chakra. Just because the chakra is within the Sushumna Nadi, all other chakras are also within the Sushumna Nadi. The Sushumna Nadi goes up to the Brahmarandhara. Some intercurrent happens within us. Some glaring visibility of all other chakras also possible. The moment we encounter this, we do not want to go further. The reason is, we think that we have seen everything. We have not seen. What we learnt is handful. What we yet to learn is like an ocean. We should accept the fact. Guru need not be all-knowing. When a disciple asks a particular question or places a problem, the true Guru will seek the help from the divinity. Instantly, the divinity will throw the answer to the Guru, and it will immediately percolate to the disciple. This is called connectivity. We are forgetting the connectivity. We are more interested in WhatsApp connectivity, Facebook connectivity. One hand mobile, one hand Chinamudra will not work. So we will have to set aside certain things and take the journey. Now with this experience, the person who is touched the Swadhisthana Chakra, who meditates on the Devata, Rakini, the presiding deity is Brahma. The moment the Swadhisthana Chakra is touched, the Brahma knowledge is slightly visible to us. The moment the Brahma knowledge is visible to us, we think that we know. Knowledge is dangerous. Knowing is supreme. We think that we know, although we know that we do not know. This brings ego within the person who happens to be a guru, who take an embarkment to foreign countries, Western countries, to gather more disciples around him, build his own kingdom. Now he thinks it is the right time for him to build his kingdom. He enters into real estate, buys lands after land, builds building after building, accumulates wealth after wealth. There is no end. The setup has to be managed. Lot of people are required. Some disciples are gathered and they are given lot of responsibilities. There are so many hurdles put before the Guru to the last disciple. The ordinary disciples cannot approach the Guru. So many hurdles. Other disciples, senior disciples, who have taken the control of the administration, you will have to cross over. This brings in a detachment or no contact with the Guru. Now the Guru concentrates or focuses on expanding his empire, building big educational institutions so that more students will pass out from there and many can be made disciples. Lot of buildings and properties to accommodate the new coming disciples so that they do not go out, make or build unwanted wealth, expand all areas of wealth. The people who are studying in the institution, the people who are working elsewhere outside, send agents, send mediators to cover them. The properties are so enormous, it becomes complex to manage. Many regulatory sanctions needs to be taken. Now the person who is supposed to be Guru is concentrating only on getting regulatory approvals for his expansion. Now where is the time for the Guru to concentrate on the Sishyas or the disciples? In order to mesmerize, what they do some gimmicks. The physical gimmicks are something like making a magic, getting a Shivalinga in the hand, bringing out a Shivalinga from the mouth, bringing Lord Krishna's small statue from the mouth, from the ear, from the nose. This can be learnt from a magician, people get mesmerized. So ultimately, the people who are misguided, they see wrong things, they hear wrong things, they smell the not to be smelt, they taste something which is not to be tasted, they do not know what is taste, and they do not feel anything on their body. They become senseless. They blindly follow them. Once the Margadarshis or the Gurus or the guide, whomever you call, they feel that they are on the peak of their career. They start publishing books through a ghostwriter. They give a big advertisements and gather more number of innocents. All those innocents come behind the Guru. Now with all this confusion, where the Guru has time to concentrate on the disciples, just by daily doing a bhajan and ritual, an arati or a ritual or a bhajan or a puja for the sake of engaging the disciples won't work. All those people who came renouncing their family, taking part of their wealth with them, who came and surrendered before the Guru, pour all their wealth before the Guru to become part of the organization. Now they are left in the lurch. They cannot go out, they cannot remain inside. What would happen to them? In the meanwhile, the people who are administering on behalf of the Guru try to indulge in some other activities. They wanted to accumulate their own portion of the wealth. This could also bring or has brought conflict between the Guru and the disciples. Like this, there are various inhibitions for the Guru, for the disciples in the Western country. They are not able to find good Guru. A Guru who is supposed to be good has to be available to the disciples all the 24 hours, all the 7 days of a week, all the 30 days of the month, all the 365 days of the year. Whether the Guru is visible to them or not, the moment the first step is taken on the spiritual journey, it becomes the responsibility of the Guru and the responsibility of the disciples to be close proximity within each other mentally, need not be physically. Because the journey has to be with the Guru till the last step is taken. The Guru has to get attached to the disciple has to get attached to the Guru till he or she reaches the last step. If we cross off well, we will be nowhere. We will be falling within the well. In spirituality, if a disciple is left in the lurch, this is what will happen. They have come off. Now they cannot jump the other off. They will have to go into the well only. This is a state of affairs for the Western people. There are umpteen numbers of problems the Gurus carry to confuse themselves, to confuse the disciples who are followers. As a result of this, the losers are the disciples because they did not choose the right person. They did not go through the process of getting connected to the right entity, right spiritual gurus, right spiritual masters. For this, you will have to increase your awareness. If I can do good to you, really I can do bad to you also is a real fact. Unless the disciples in the Western world bring awareness around them, they try to open the seed of the truth and they read within the seed the truth. They will continue to be misguided. They will continue to be desperate. They will continue to be unsatisfied. They will continue to be miserable. They will continue to accumulate only wealth. They will continue to not experience the good things around them. The God will walk around them. They cannot recognize. The divinity will come to them. They cannot recognize. The Guru will pass through them. they cannot recognize until unless they increase their awareness, know more, then gain knowledge. Collecting information has to be stopped. Take all your books from your shelf, make a big bundle and dump into the ocean or burn them. They are not going to give you anything. Within you there are volumes of books. Please open those pages. Do not buy any books from any market, whether old or new. Do not read any books of any state leader or any country leader, any national leader or any world leader. Even do not read any books on Babaji. Not necessary. There are hundreds and hundreds of books within you. Open some of the pages. Your life will blossom. You will touch the feet of the divinity. You will touch the feet of Mahavatar Babaji. The day you touch the feet of Mahavatar Babaji, you enter a very blissful state and continue to remain there. Not only that one, you carry with you hundreds and thousands of people. After seeing this video, you will have more and more doubts in what I am telling. If you are a true spiritual seeker, you will have more doubts. If you are not having any doubt, then you are not begun your spiritual journey. I think you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed, send me WhatsApp. Put point by point. Don't confuse yourself. Point by point does not mean you send 100 messages to me. Let your WhatsApp question be any lengthy, but send me only one WhatsApp. If you send me more WhatsApp, those messages I will not read, I will be deleting. You have a ability to write your questions in a paper or type it, then send it by WhatsApp. Don't type taka 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 and send it in bits and pieces. Bits and pieces will not help. You cannot put not with bits and pieces, please understand. It should be put into sentences of making some logic and sense so that the answer comes understandable to you and to all others. Once these doubts are cleared or those doubts are cleared, your path will become very fine for you. You are laying your path on which you will make a journey. Hundreds and thousands will make journey on the path laid by you. You become the root cause for creating a path for you and for those coming behind you. If this happens, you are a true disciple. If this happens, you got a real guru, and the real guru to you is a person who is attached to you in such a way, the north pole and the south pole of a magnet, how it gets close and gets attached. If that is the condition, you have got a correct guru. If you have been dropped on the way, you are a wrong disciple and you got a wrong guru. We will see in another video. Till such time, Om Sadguru Babaji Namaha.